Have you ever considered the profound implications of the Pantagon War on the Middle East? This is not just a question, but an invitation to delve into a pivotal chapter of history. Our focus is the Pantagon War, a clandestine conflict that has left an indelible mark on the Middle East. By understanding the past, we can better comprehend the present, unveiling the tapestry of events that continue to shape our world. So buckle up. Join us as we journey through the chronicles of the Pantagon War. The Pantagon War didn't just happen overnight. It was a spark ignited by a complex concoction of political and socio-economic factors simmering beneath the surface of the Middle East for years. Let's rewind to the decades preceding the onset of this shadowy conflict. The Middle East, a region rich in history and culture, was also a powder keg of deep-seated tensions. The geopolitical landscape was a mosaic of nations, each with its own unique set of challenges and aspirations. On one hand, there were the Arab countries grappling with internal strife, economic instability, and a profound sense of nationalism. Their governments, often autocratic, were struggling to maintain control amidst burgeoning discontent. On the other hand, there was Israel, a nation surrounded by adversaries, constantly on the brink of insecurity. Its existence was a contentious issue, its survival a testament to its resilience. In the midst of this tumultuous climate, a new player entered the scene. The Pentagon, a clandestine entity with an agenda of its own. Operating behind the veil of secrecy, the Pentagon began to weave its web across the region, capitalizing on the existing animosities to further its objectives. In the shadows, deals were brokered, alliances formed, and strategies devised. The Pentagon's influence began to permeate the political fabric of the Middle East, subtly altering the dynamics of power. Unseen and unnoticed, it was a silent puppeteer, manipulating events according to its grand design. The socio-economic conditions provided fertile ground for the Pentagon's operations. The economic disparity, coupled with political disillusionment, stoked the flames of discontent. This discontent was harnessed, channeled, and weaponized by the Pentagon, setting the stage for a conflict that would reverberate across the region. The Pentagon's activities were not without resistance. There were those who questioned, those who resisted, and those who fought. But the tide was already turning, the dominoes already falling, and thus the stage was set for the Pantagon War. Once ignited, the fires of the Pantagon War spread rapidly. The war, like a tempestuous blaze, took no time to engulf the Middle East, transforming the region's geopolitical landscape in its wake. The initial stages of the conflict were marked by a flurry of covert operations. The Pentagon, a secret organization, masterminded a series of strategic moves to tip the scales in favor of Israel. Their operations were so intricate and well-planned that they often went unnoticed until the effects were already in full swing. Among these operations was the orchestration of a power shift in several Arab nations. The Pentagon influenced political landscapes, manipulated elections, and even supported rebellions to install leaders sympathetic to their cause. These tactics created a ripple effect, destabilizing the region and paving the way for Israel's rise to power. The Pentagon War was not just a war of weapons, it was a war of information. The Pentagon employed a sophisticated network of informants and operatives, leveraging their skills in espionage to gain the upper hand. This intelligence war played a crucial role in shaping the outcome of the conflict, providing Israel with the necessary information to preempt potential threats and respond effectively to attacks. One of the key turning points in the war was the Pentagon's successful sabotage of several key infrastructures within opposing Arab nations. This inflicted significant economic and logistical damage, weakening their ability to sustain the conflict. This strategic move turned the tide of the war, giving Israel a significant advantage. However, the Pentagon War was not without its challenges. The Middle East, with its complex web of alliances and rivalries, proved to be a tough battleground. As the war progressed, the Pentagon faced resistance from various factions within the Arab nations. These factions, recognizing the external manipulation, began to push back, leading to a protracted and bloody conflict. Yet, despite the odds, the Pentagon's strategies proved effective. Their intricate maneuvers, coupled with their dedication to their cause, enabled them to influence the course of the war significantly. The Middle East, once a region of vibrant cultures and ancient civilizations, found itself entangled in a war that would leave deep scars on its societal fabric. The Pantagon War, a complex sequence of events, left an indelible mark on the Middle East. In the grand tapestry of history, the Pantagon War stands out as a testament to the far-reaching implications of covert operations and the profound impact they can have on the world stage. Every war leaves a trail of devastation in its wake. The Pantagon War was no different. In the immediate aftermath, the landscape of the Middle East was a canvas of destruction and despair. Cities were in ruins, homes reduced to rubble, and countless lives were irrevocably altered. But amidst the ashes of the old, seeds of the new began to sprout. Politically, the Pantagon War led to a significant shift in power dynamics within the region. The war had weakened some regimes while empowering others. It was as though a giant chessboard had been shaken, and the pieces had landed in a new, unpredictable pattern. This upheaval led to a period of instability, yes, but it also opened up avenues for change and reform. Take the social fabric of the Middle East, for example. The war had a profound impact on the region's societal norms and values. It was a catalyst for social change, prompting people to question old customs and traditions. Women in particular found their voices amplified in the post-war era, demanding equal rights and opportunities. The aftermath of the war became a breeding ground for new ideologies and movements, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, even in the face of adversity. Economically too, the war left its mark. The region's economy, heavily reliant on oil, was hit hard. But this crisis also forced the Middle East to diversify its economic portfolio. Countries began to invest in sectors like technology, renewable energy and tourism. The war had inadvertently kick-started an economic revolution, propelling the Middle East towards a more sustainable future. However, it's important to note that these changes did not come about smoothly. There were growing pains, as is the case with any transformation. The region witnessed its fair share of conflicts and resistance, but each struggle, each clash, was a step towards a new reality, and let's not forget the human toll. The war left deep emotional scars on the people of the Middle East. The trauma of loss, displacement and violence still lingers. Healing from these wounds is a journey that continues even today. Every war leaves a trail of devastation in its wake. The Pantagon War was no different. But the aftermath of the war also brought about an era of change, of growth, of renewal. It was a period of rebirth from the ashes of destruction. So, as we look back on the Pantagon War, we see not just a story of conflict and destruction, but also a tale of resilience and transformation. We see a region that has weathered the storm and emerged stronger, wiser, and more diverse. The Pantagon War's end marked a new beginning for the Middle East, a beginning that continues to shape the region's trajectory even today. The echoes of the Pantagon War continue to resonate in the Middle East. This clandestine conflict, fought in the shadows of diplomacy and power, has left an indelible mark on the region's landscape. The Pantagon War was not just a battle over territory, it was a war of ideologies, a struggle for influence and control. It was a chess game played on a grand scale, where the pieces were nations and the players unseen entities manipulating the course of history. The aftermath of the war has shaped the Middle East's current political climate in ways that are both visible and hidden. It has influenced alliances, provoked animosities, and played a crucial role in the geopolitical chessboard that is the Middle East today. The socio-economic impact of the Pantagon War is equally significant. It has created disparities, fueled tensions, and influenced the course of development in numerous nations. The echoes of the war reverberate in the lives of the common people, shaping their dreams, their struggles, and their hopes for the future. It's important to remember that the legacy of the Pantagon War is not just about the past. It's about the present and the future. It's about understanding the forces that shape our world, the invisible hands that guide the course of events. It's about acknowledging the power of hidden wars, the silent battles that shape the destiny of nations. The Pantagon War, a historical event of monumental significance, remains a vital part of the Middle East narrative.